Hey friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am glad to be back with you today, and I am going to do some planning for next week in my Happy Planner Mini Mickey, Classic Mini Mickey Planner. And I really am enjoying this planner. Last week was my first week to really use it. I've yet to do my monthly. I haven't gotten that set up yet. Um, Kind of a wild week this week, but I'm so happy to be here and just happy to be with you guys. For those of you who have been so kind in praying for our family, my aunt went on home this morning to be with the Lord. And I got a call Thursday night, and then the things were getting worse. And then again Friday, and then got the message today, got a call, and then text, and then phone calls and phone calls. So my cousins are doing very well. My aunt had been very isolated due to COVID. Um, and she really has always been a people person. So as she, further and further and further, she went out. She survived COVID at 92, going to 93. It was the isolation afterwards that was so difficult, where everybody had to isolate so much. And my cousin and I were talking about it today. So anyways, I do appreciate everybody's prayers. We've cried. I've tried to make them laugh through tears, and we've laughed. And honestly, she's great. That's the first thing my cousin sent me. She's great. She's with Jesus. And when I asked how she was doing this morning, so just really keep them in your prayers if you don't mind. I can only imagine how much more difficult it is planning your parents' funeral, during COVID. So, and so many people have had to do this. So, um, we unfortunately, many of us will not, they'll keep it small anyways, but, and it's only for their immediate family. But, yeah, I was talking to the last of my daddy and aunts, the cousins, they called each other. And first thing she said today was, I'm the last of the cousins. And I said, funny you'd say that. I was just thinking that. So please be in prayer for the last cousin. She lost her husband this last year. So just kind of a rough time. It was before COVID. I think it's been over a year, or just under, just over a year. I can't remember. It just seems like a blur. Anyway, so I'm here. We've kind of had a really low key day. I've just been trying to help whenever my cousins needed me, and my husband, we're getting ready for a big storm. And my husband came in and asked my youngest if she would come help him. And I thought, I'm going to hop on real quick and make a video. So if I seem a little different, I'm fine. I loved my aunt a great deal. She was very special to me, but I would never want her to suffer. And she was not herself for many, many months now. Many, many months. And like I said, she survived COVID, but just didn't do well. Like my mom didn't do well. And, when things were shut down and we couldn't get to her because of the flu. So for 2 weeks, my aunt went a lot longer. So, anyways, just pray for my cousins. And thank you so much for everybody who's been praying for her. I just wanted to tell you, matter of fact, my cousin texted me and said something like, they're all just having a great time together right now, being together. Her dad, who passed away many, many years ago, my parents, our grandmother and grandfather, and my parents. She said, they're up there. And I said, I know they're up there. They're having the best time. And we're just wishing we could be a part of that party, but we'll be there soon enough. So anyways, it's tough. There is no other way to say it. It's tough. And we selfishly want to keep them with us, but we just know that God has a bigger plan. And honestly, my aunt was ready. She was such a go-getter. She was such a go-getter until the last couple of years. So, I mean, she died 93, would be 94 or 95 in May. I think 95. I need to ask my cousin again. We were just talking about it, and I just feel like it's a blur. So you can tell how my brain is thinking today. But I'm so proud of her. She was such a fine Christian woman, and her husband was a pastor, and she was baking pies like 28 in a row in her 80s. I mean, she she was an amazing woman, and she didn't drive because she grew up and had epilepsy, and so, but she was still traveling and going everywhere well into her 80s. She would just go with her church group, and if she knew somebody was coming down this way, she'd come down and visit my parents, and she even came to my house one time, and what a blessing that was, and loved games and puzzles and the most amazing until she had glaucoma. But even once she had glaucoma, or she was almost blind. I don't know if it was glaucoma. I take that back. That was my mom or dad. Anyways, but she was basically losing her sight, and she was still crocheting gorgeous afghans. So just an amazing woman, and just love the Lord. And when my daddy passed away, she gave me her favorite verse, and that was the only there were only a couple of things we changed for the funeral. We added that verse for what my dad had written out, and we added that he liked sports when he wrote out his obituary. So, I mean, she was so impactful that there was no way I was not going to, um, support her. And she loved my dad. She adored my daddy. And literally, when my daddy went home, she just never quite recovered from that. And I knew that. I knew that. So they're together in heaven, and as of this morning, and they are laughing and giggling. I was just telling my cousin, my mom, your mom, my dad, and their other sister, their older sister, they're sitting up there and they are cutting it up. They are laughing, and Jesus is having to say, shh, shh. Now stop all that racket over there. And my cousin just about guffawed. She was just like, oh my gosh, that's so true. And I said, yeah, they are having a homecoming right now. And so, anyways, but again, thank you to everybody for your prayers. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm sorry to start with such a Debbie Downer, but I just wanted to let all of y'all know who have been praying. And again, I appreciate it. Okay, so I am using my Happy Planner, the Mickey Mini Classic, which I love, and everybody knows how much I love Minnie. And then I'm using this gorgeous DEK kit. This is Yay, YAY 2021. This is the New Year's kit that I did not have pulled out earlier, so I'm going to pull it out now. So, all right, and they were perfectly put away, and I just didn't pay attention when I put them away last week and I was doing my planning. So anyways, and there's part of this kit that I'm thinking I may use in another way. So I love the clock, and I love the Happy New Year. So we are still, because everything was so delayed for us, we are still celebrating New Year's here at this house. So I am going to leave, there's one sticker that talks about Happy New Year, and I'm going to save that for my journal so you can see that. These stickers are fantastic any way you use them. So I love them in my Bible journaling. I love them in my journals. I love them in my planner. There's just not a way I don't enjoy using them. I love using them in every way you can use them. So in memory keeping, everything. So, if you get stickers, use them. I'm going to scooch this over. I didn't get it quite enough over, and it's because I'm sitting back. Use them how they best work for you. Seriously. If you need to cut them or clip them or use them in different ways, do it. I mean, if I were putting this in something, I might even cut out that clock, who knows, or cut out the sparklers, or however you want to do it. I just believe we should use our stickers the way we enjoy using them. So let me see how many pages I have. I have one. So I'm going to keep going with this page. So I hope you guys have had a good week, and you're getting ready for your new week. And I hope it goes very well for each of you. And, these things happen during this time, but don't let it get you down. A matter of fact, when I was sending messages to my siblings, and my cousin was like, could you and I said, of course, I just did. And not knowing that my other cousin had already reached out to my sister, which somehow my phone wasn't showing things, the messages, and, typical typical issues with phones. And so anyways, so I called my brother and he said, no, your message just came through. And I said, okay, well, I didn't hear from our sister. And he said, no, she answered you. And I said, okay, read it to me, please. So he did. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. And then I sent a message to my sister. And then she started with all of her she's very funny. So anyways, she started making me laugh. So anyways, but I really loved, matter of fact, my cousin, I'm going to save that one. Whoops. My cousin was going to send me a video of my aunt using a saying that I love. And she used to always say, yeah, boy. But she would say like, yeah, boy. And it was just like, I knew when I got her to that point, I would always, try to make her laugh, try to, leave her on a joyful note. And because she missed my dad a lot. And anyways, when I got her to say, yeah, boy, I knew I was done. Tag, I was out. And I was telling my cousin that today, and she was just laughing. And, we were just, and I said, you know. And she said, I know. So anyways, her mom was someone that was really special. Ooh, I like this girl. That is a real girl. She's got hips. I like her. So anyways, but she and I just laughed over, things. And we cried. And I tried not to cry, or at least where she knew I was crying. Because my cousin has just she was the role model of how to take care of my parents for me. And she did such a great job of taking care of her mom. And anyways, but she was genuinely an amazing woman that we were all so blessed to know. And again, that was my goal in life. And so, but she just amazing. Amazing, that's for sure. Okay, so I think since I've got my pretty girl here, I'm just going to go ahead and set this up on top of that. Yeah, there we go. And then I can make my list and however else I'm going to use this. I'm going to save these. I'll put these in my journal and we'll keep going. So I'm going to put my Monday through Friday over here and kind of keep building. So I had planned to spend some time this weekend putting together a video for where we're going next in the channel. I hope you guys will just be patient with me. I'm probably going to give it a couple of days and then I'll make that video. And again, please forgive me. I just, we can't go to the funeral and that's really hard for me. But it's all good. It's all going to be okay. And we can cry about it or we can see the glass is half full, and that's what I'm shooting for, is the half full. So, anyway, so I hope you guys will just be patient with me this week. I think I'm going to save this for the journal, but I'll keep looking to see what I'm going to do. Hold on, just hang with me. But anyway, she was an amazing woman, and we were blessed, and that's the whole thing. So, all right, and I still don't have my stinking tweezers out, do I? I tell you what, I have been so busy. My parlor is covered with all kinds of kits, and I just am working non-stop these days, it feels like, and that's okay. It's a good work. It's something I enjoy. And we finally got a little bit of movement. We heard back from the bank finally, or they were able to get done what I asked. And so yesterday, end of day, it got done, which that was Friday, and I've been calling since Monday. Yeah, Monday. So, and it's okay. I totally get they're busy. Don't think I don't get it. So I do. Ooh, I love that rose gold. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. And I love these numbers. So anyways, I've been able to get a lot done for the partnership, which is always good. And I'm very thankful for that. So, okay, right now, before I go in with washi, I am going to go in with list. I want to save this for the bujo, so I'm going to use just these down here, okay? I love this whole picture, and I don't even know if I want to use it as a list. I just love that picture. I just think it's so beautifully done. And All right. So I hope everybody's, not going to be going through the cold like we're going through. I know that I was on with my lunch bunch today, and it sounded like several of them are dealing with cold, and never fun. Never, never, never fun. So, but I hope everybody is doing okay. Woo! Almost everything fell. Goodness, I've got a little table next to me. Sorry, I probably bumped the camera. And I did. Hold on, guys. Let me readjust it. My apologies. So if you wonder how I have this set up, I've had a tripod all these years, and now I have something that clamps onto the table. So I have a little table here. It's not the best setup yet, but when I get out to the cottage, it will be great. And we were officially supposed to move today, but after, I just looked at my daughter and said, maybe tomorrow, maybe. And she was like, no, it's totally fine. So, and I hope to be out there next week. I just was, it's kind of a hard morning. So anyways, and unfortunately I got the call when I was on my way to the post office of all things. So you know how much fun that was. I was just like, oh man. So if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm going to get my stickers here to put down. So, but it's all good. I mean, again, my aunt is an amazing woman. Hold on. I think I'm going to save those for the other and use these big ones. Again, amazing woman, amazing Christian woman who could run circles around all of us. I mean, seriously, even 20-year-olds and some of the things that she did. And she used to call my husband her second favorite boyfriend. And so, anyways, she was a toot. And she called her son-in-law her favorite boyfriend. So she was, or no, son-in-law or grandson-in-law. I can't remember which one it was. But anyways, I was just like, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Whenever she told me that. So she was just so cute, and so full of life and energy and excitement and just too cute, really. So I'm going to put to do here. But we were blessed. My husband loved her, absolutely loved her. And that was such a blessing for me because I thought she was just, the bee's knees. And that was all good. And I also ask you guys to please be in prayer for my Bible study leader's granddaughter has had an emergency. And I don't understand all of the emergency. And I kind of caught a later message. So I'm going to have to go back later today and read what's going on. I would have normally reached out to her and asked for prayer, but I just felt like she has her hands full and I do not need to be bothering her right now. So I'm going to put some of this gorgeous here because I think that is beautiful. Actually, no, I'm going to go here. Maybe I'll go here. Yeah. Anyway, so if you can keep her in your prayers as well. Wonderful woman of the word, loves the word, loves teaching the Bible, loves serving, and has an incredible ministry. And we are very blessed to have her as our Bible study leader. And of course, we're getting ready to start our new study next week. So, you Christians know how that works sometimes. Satan loves to trip us up right when. So, anyways, but okay, I'm going to come back up here. I think, yeah. But, and it's very serious what's going on with the granddaughter. So I just wanted to kind of say that and encourage in that way for your prayers. Like I said, we're getting a big freeze. So my husband went out last night at 3 a.m. and was covering up fruit trees. And I was like, what? And so we may even get snow and sleet and all that, which y'all that live in places that deal with it all the time, we've been there, we've done that, but for us, we don't really right now, and at all. We live in Central Texas, and we are very, very fortunate that we don't have that here, but definitely We have citrus trees, so we are really borderline for having citrus trees, but my husband loves having them. So, anyways, if y'all could just keep him in prayer, he gets so concerned about his trees. And like I said, he was up at 3 in the morning, and I woke up and he wasn't there, and I was like, "Where are you?" And I usually wake up, and at least the alarm going off at the house, I wake up, we open the door. And it didn't go on. I don't know how I wasn't hearing it. And he said, I kept trying to wake you up and calling your name. And I said, you were not calling my name. He said, yes, I was. So I was like, really? And my daughter was awake. She had just come out of the shower at 3 in the morning. And I said, Daddy went out to go take care of trees. And he said he was calling my name and I didn't wake up. And she goes, well, that's not like you. And I said, I know. I usually hit the ground running if I hear something. And she said, yeah, you've always been that way. So I don't know. Maybe he's thinking he tried to wake me up. I don't know. But anyways, we just kind of laughed about it like, that's not like me. When I hear anything, I'm awake, So anyways, but okay. I think God did that so I wouldn't worry about my aunt all night too, to be honest. And not that I'd worry about her, but I knew where we were. I knew where we were. So, all right. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off and trade that out with this one. All right. Here we go. So I really do need to always do 3 things for work per day. And, but we're hoping to move next week. My daughter was helping me go through some things today, and I was, at first I thought I can't do anything. And then, typical crafter, I'm sitting there pulling wires out of spiral notebooks, getting ready to dye papers, and you know how you do. So anyways, I just couldn't just not sit there and do something, and which is a lot like my aunt. So I don't feel badly. I think more than anything, she's probably up there laughing at me going, oh, you're just like me. You're going to keep going on doing all this. So she, again, amazing woman. Amazing. So, but I got a whole lot done, and I was real happy about that. And, felt like when I got through, it was stuff that, I needed to do and feel like I was useful. And then when my husband came in and smiled at me and he asked for our daughter to go out and help him, I just smiled back and said, of course, of course. So we are, trying to figure out. And I told him, I said, we lost electricity yesterday. The breaker went off again. We didn't lose electricity, just the breaker went out. And they weren't home. They had run in to go to the Dollar Tree for me to get some things, some crafting things to use for crafting. And if you guys want to see that haul, leave a message below and tell me. And I'll be glad to share that. But it's great when you go to the Dollar Tree. You spend $40 and then you come out with, like 5 bags and you feel like you have a lot. Of course, I haven't been since last year, but I do love, because he was like, man, this is a long list. And I was like, no, not really. No, not really. So anyways, but he went for me and he kind of had to. He was needing to kind of help out a little bit. So anyways, but he went and did that and we got that done, and I'm letting it sit, and then I'll go through that tomorrow and put that stuff away. So leave a comment below before I put it away if you guys want me to share what I had him get me at the Dollar Tree. And some of it was for house cleaning and a lot of it was for crafting. So yep. Oh, I wonder if they're coming in. You can hear that bell ring. I don't know. Thanks, honey. I don't know that if y'all can hear it, but I can hear it. So I think I'm going to save these for my journal. And I'm going to come back in with some of these. So, let me see here. I don't like the lines showing in between. Matter of fact, I really like to defy the lines and not do that. Just kind of cover them up somehow. But let me see here. I love these. I think these are so pretty. I'll be through in just a minute, baby. But so sounds like they got everything covered. My husband builds teepees and then wraps them, and then he has small heaters that he puts on all the trees, which is a lot. And so he can't do the teepees by himself, and I don't want him to do the teepees by himself because you have to be up on a ladder and it's very dangerous. So, in my opinion, especially if the winds go in or, if it's getting cold and your knees aren't working right, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, oh, actually, I may put that one there. Yeah, kind of like that better. I don't know why I'm such an opposite color girl. I just love opposite colors when we do things like that. So, all right. So I'm just going to kind of cover this up. So I'm still leaving space to write. To white. If I'd had the double decorative boxes, I would have filled it this time. So I'm really trying in this planner to become more of a no white space planner girl. So we'll see. But sounds like now my husband's coming in. Wonder what's going on there. But I know he won't be staying in. He never stays in. Until it is pitch black, he stays out. He likes, yeah, there he goes outside. Unless he's coming in and shutting the door. He likes to be outside. He does not like to be inside. So, which I totally get it. No problem. No problem. I think I'm going to come up with this one. Here we go. But anyways, I think, hold on. Yeah, that's going to cover that. So hold on one second. I'm going to lift it up. All right, there we go. I'm just going to put that on top. And only I would see that. Nobody else would see that. But, yeah, no. Let me see if these will cover over here. Because I think they will. I really like having these. I hate covering up Minnie and Mickey, but I really like having a whole list here to work off of. So, those are my habit trackers. This is where I keep my menu. I was going to put menu there. Let me see. Maybe I can scoot this up ever so slightly. Okay, sorry, my brain's just a little sluggish today, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I mean, we have woken up so much this week in the middle of the night. And I don't mean to sound like an old lady complaining, but wow, after a while, it's like, and then I don't sleep in. So, then I am an old lady complaining. And my husband doesn't sleep in, and he gets up and goes and hangs out in the kitchen, and we don't have a table in there. So I'm always like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm making tea. Do you want a cup of coffee? I'm like, yes. Always. Why do you ask? I've become so spoiled. We're getting ready to run out of my little coffee Keurig pods, and he's been so sweet making me coffee. And he's never done it in our whole marriage. He's never even made a cup of tea for me in the morning. So I've been a very spoiled girl. Okay, I love that. That works out good. I hate covering up Mickey and Minnie, but I'm good. And I could have put it, hold on. No, I don't think, yeah, no. It would still show the top part of that, so I'm good. I was going to say I could have put it down here, but I'm good. Okay, now, these I can use in my journals, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let me see here. So I still have a little bit more here. I've got these two that I can write on, and that will be nice. So let me see. Nope. That fit? Nope, that will not. I think I'm just going to put it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put red there. I think that'd be prettier. I'm definitely more the red-blue girl, if you can't tell. Decisions. So I'll put this here on Friday. So, even though I have a blue one, you know what? I think I'll move this one. Nope, I won't. I'm going to leave it just like that. Unless I put it here. But I think I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So I'm just working really hard to learn to use the spaces, which I've never been good at. So I'm going to put my weekend sticker across here because I like it. Sometimes it's nice to put the top, but, since when do I ever do anything the official way? I'm going to save this to use with my other, and I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this across here. Well, that, You know what? That's what they make an X-Acto knife for. Hold on. Where did I put my X-Acto knife? There it is. I think, nope. That was a Tombow. Hold on. I've been moving so much back and forth that I'm trying to figure out where I've put everything. There it is. It was, if that had been a snake, it would have not only bit me, but it would have stayed there. It was just right there. Okay. I love it. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Love, love, love. Okay. There we go. Now, let me see. I should always just get that out when I'm getting ready to do this. So I'm going to come back in here with these. And I have those. So, I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to put my gratitudes down here, all the way down. So I'll probably, well, you'll see what I'm going to do, all the way across here. You'll see what I'm going to do. Okay. Sorry. I have to tell myself okay, because I'm trying to figure it out. And I think I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to work on the estate next week. I have 2 or 3 things. So, and I've been saying that forever, but it is kind of hard these days, it feels like. And I'll put this here for the partnership. I've got a couple of things to do. Not a lot. So I'm going to put partnership. And then this is going to be, I don't know if I can see it. Nope. Let me see. Try this one. Okay. Now that's blue. That won't work. I just took my black one in the other room, so I'll use this one. Here we go. Now it's hard to see. Let me see. I don't know if I have any white pins in here. Hold on. So I have tons of white pins in here, silly me. Telling you, my brain's not working. I don't want to write on that. So right now, I'm getting all of my, and I'm sorry, I'm doing this again, Ginger. If you're seeing this, I'm so sorry. I got to put that note up. I've got everything put up special but that note. Okay, I've sent it away. Yep, here we go. So there's the estate, and that says work. Okay, and I need to get some of those overlays made that have the different things that I need it for, but yeah, I know. And then, oh, I need to do this one too. And this is the cottage. So, I hope by next weekend we are out there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, cottage. And then, so I want to use these 3 if I can. And then I'm going to cut off the DEK for the different